good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Dima, SWV Music. Man, so black people, some of us, we really love thugs and gangsters. From the time of Al Capone, people like Noriega. Yeah, Noriega. And even the rap group was called Noriega. You have Scarface with Al Pacino. And then there's Scarface in Houston, Texas. I mean, there's John Gotti. And then there's Irv Gotti. You get my point. Like, this is what we like. And this is what some of our community really lives up to. And another one of those guys that had a lot of love and a lot of hate, especially, around DC, in the New York City area, was Alpo Martinez. I mean, we all came to know him because Paid in Full was all about him. Cameron played him, and we found out how dangerous Alpo was on the streets of New York. His best friend Richard Porter, he had him killed. Little Gary from DC, Big Head Gary from DC, had him killed. I mean, shit. Gunshots, please! Who didn't Alpo have killed? I mean, that's what he does. But after snitching on everybody and going to the feds, because he had like a life sentence, something like that, my man Alpo Martinez got out of prison in 2015. And you know what? He was supposed to go into like the witness protection program and all of that. Some people thought that Alpo Martinez was going to change his identity and things like that. But shit, Alpo Martinez didn't do that at all. Alpo Martinez, he was out there back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was even going back to where he had Richard Porter killed, and he was living a life like a superstar. And I think the streets was divided because, in today's time, right? Snitches can be cool and get out and have respect. And, I'm never been a gang member or anything like that. But, you see it with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine snitched on the Treyway Bloods. It was cool. And then when Alpo got out, hey, listen, a lot of people in Harlem was feeling him. But can I get a dun 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 sound effect? Yeah, not everybody's feeling you when you have killed some of their loved ones. Dima, give me like encore music. So my man Alpo allegedly was, basically going somewhere on 147th Street on Frederick Douglass Boulevard, 3:30 a.m. All right. Now, we don't know if it's him, but it's a 55-year-old man. Alpo Martinez is 55. Okay. And we know that gunshots, please. Yeah, so you see, this car was allegedly the car that Alpo Martinez was on or in. And so this morning, news broke on my man, the Real Gully TV's channel. He actually tried to call Alpo. Dima, give me like some ringing sounds. Yeah, and he knows Alpo, and as you see right there, that's his number, Alpo, right? And Alpo didn't answer the phone. Can I get a game over sound effect? Now, I don't know how true this is. It's alleged, right? But it seems to be true as we get more information. What do I want to tell black men? And obviously, Alpo Martinez, he might as well have been an African American because he grew up and, he dealt with African Americans all his life. When you have a guy from a broken home like that, and not everybody ends up like that, but you get involved in the guns, you get involved in the drugs, and people glorify you and people love you for the stupid things that you do, then you go to jail, right? And you might have paid your debt to society, but you haven't paid your debt to the streets. And I think that Alpo never saw this coming. He had been out for so long, and you have to look at it. Alpo was in the 80s and the 90s, so by the time he got out, I still don't think he really understood how real social media was and how, doing videos and things, you know, how technical people are. People could find out who you are and you don't know. And he was reckless. You know, he didn't have anything, I don't think, like any money or probably a lot of stuff that he could do because of the federal sentence, and probably the feds was monitoring his every move. So he was trying to be, you know, famous and, you know, being reckless. And gunshots, please. Yeah. He died how he lived. And I want people to understand, how you live is usually in the streets how you die. Even if you do something in the 80s and the 90s, some people still feel a kind of way about it. And let me tell you right now, I would believe it's a lot of people in Harlem glad that he's gone. I mean, I don't know him. I don't have anything against him or anything like that. And obviously there are going to be people that got a lot of love for him. But I'm telling you, going to the streets, losing your life early behind something as stupid as this is dumb, man. It's not worth, you know, having to watch your back, or, you know, having to go here or having to go there and have enemies. And probably the guys that killed him wasn't even alive when all this was happening. I can guarantee you probably the guys that killed Alpo wasn't even living. And see, that's what we're dealing with. And I want black men to understand that all of that stuff is short-lived. Guns, drugs, having women and all that other stuff, illegal cars, you know, that stuff is short-lived. They're gonna come get you. They're gonna come take it away from you. And then eventually somebody come and take your life. And then somebody come and take their life. And then somebody comes and takes the life that took theirs. Gunshots, please! All for what? For nothing. To be 55 and get shot like you're still in the streets for something that you did many years ago. And yeah, and I want people to know that a lot of the social media stunting that people do, a lot of the flossing that we do on here, you know, you got people, and let me tell you like this, New York City, man, is a lot of cameras out there. You know what I mean? It's not like it was in the 90s, but you got people, man, that just don't care. It doesn't even matter if they might get caught. Like, people don't even care. Whether or not the cameras are out there, doesn't matter. You know, Alpo, for some people, they felt under any circumstances, he had to go. And a lot of times we living amongst wolves and just waiting to be eaten. And it's unfortunate. I hope that he rests in peace. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.